Stay tuned. You do not want to miss this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? So let's get started. All right, you guys, welcome to the live today. Now, what I'm gonna do is talk about some things that I'm gonna be going over on the live. If you haven't already subscribed and you're watching, make sure that you subscribe because this is a subscriber only live. And I'm doing this tax season for those who are serious about getting information about tax season, okay, and tax refund. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do. You'll be able to comment within 5 minutes, okay? Subscriber only live. Don't forget, you guys, if you haven't already joined the community on YouTube on my profile for free, you can go on there. I know you can comment on the videos, you guys, but you can also go on the community on my profile. If you've been on my page for at least a week, and some of you have been on it for over years, then you can comment and interact with me, ask questions, and also with other group members, and they will see it in the feed as well. So if you have any questions and comments, let me see. Aloha, Dr. Linda Likely. Aloha to you. Welcome. Welcome to the live, everybody. CK Bless. Are you still in labor? Are you still waiting to have that baby, CK Blessed? Are you still waiting to have that baby? Okay, keep us updated. Also, you guys, before I get started about the refunds, don't forget, if you haven't already joined as well, the drawing that I have as well, make sure you join that drawing to be able right here to get in the $50 gift card. You got to put down hashtag Dr. Linda Likely. You guys, that like you see it on the screen to enter into that drawing, okay? Now, I gave away, every year I've been giving away 50, but I'm thinking about giving it away twice, okay? Last year, this is the person right here that won it last tax season, okay? So before that, we also had another winner, but Toya, okay, was definitely the winner last year. So I want y'all to be aware. If you haven't entered into that drawing, make sure you do. All right, that's how you write it. Hashtag Dr. Linda Likely. Now, let me go back. All right, refunds have been dropping, you guys. Refunds have been dropping. I've been watching also in the different groups of how the refunds are dropping. A lot of people saying they're getting a earned income credit, that they are affected by PATH and they're seeing it. You know, I've been seeing people saying that. I'm not going to dispute them because you never know. But we know the PATH Act lifts on February the 15th, you guys, and that's when you start to see refund as well. Now, some people already are seeing refunds today for the 4th. Okay, they're seeing the approval date already for the 4th. Okay, And this is the approval date that I'm seeing in the different groups. Okay. Some people are saying that they already getting it. Some people said that they was affected by PATH. Some people putting their transcript saying, look, I'm affected by PATH and I got my money. You guys, so much can happen during tax season. We know that you right now, if you're affected by PATH, you're supposed to get it after the 15th because that is the law that is being passed. But a lot of people during tax season in the groups be saying, you know, I got it before that. Okay, we're just going to wait and see. Okay, CK say, let me see. Yes, ma'am, I was admitted for preterm labor, but they ended up stopping later since I'm still on 33 weeks. So any day now. Okay. Thank you. Keep us informed with that, okay? Keep us informed. The government, yes, it is back open. You beat me to it, Crystal Silver. I already know I was going to tell you a lie. The government, yes, is open. They voted on that, and President Trump has signed that back in that with no more government shutdown. So y'all don't be worrying, okay? Partial government shutdown. People asking me about that. Now, let me see. I'm trying to put everybody. So if you're wanting to get on the screen, make sure you're subscribed this tax season. My taxes were accepted January the 26th with earned income. When will I receive it? Ronnie, if you are affected by the PATH Act, you should see it after the 15th. Okay, a lot of people saying they have the earned income credit in the different groups on Facebook and on social media, you guys, and they be putting it up there, but we don't know. We just know that they putting it up there, okay? So we always know that it takes up to 21 days too, you guys. So don't forget, up to 21 days. All right, let me go back up. I'm seeing a lot of people dropping comments, and I got to go back up because that was running right. Crystal, hey. Okay, I'm going back down. I see that now. When a lot of comments be coming up, I have to, try to get as many as I can. Okay, 704, welcome back to the live. I see you. How do I change my number? I have on my transcript. It keeps trying to send me a code to my old number. You have to go to the IRS, irs.gov, and it'll give you answer to that question. Also, you might have to contact the IRS if you can't change your number. Okay, 704. If you find that you can't do it, you got to make sure you go to talk to a representative. Okay, yeah, I see you got that on there twice. My taxes, this is Crystal Silver. My taxes were accepted, still on one bar, nothing changed yet. Okay, yeah, for a minute. Now, we are seeing again a lot of people, and I'm gonna leave you up there, Crystal, for a little while, okay, before I take you down. We're seeing a lot of people that are saying, I'm affected by PATH and I'm getting my I got my refund. But you guys, again, according to the PATH Act, you're not supposed to get them until after the PATH lifts. Okay. Some people think that they have those credits affected by PATH, and sometimes they do not. Okay. And sometimes stuff do happen too. I'm not going to argue with anybody that's saying that they have the credits and they still got their refund, because we see different stuff every tax season. Okay. And they are dropping fast. So what date do I think? I tell you guys, I've been telling you guys, what date do you think that the PATH gonna lift? Lift. Okay, every tax season we've been seeing the due dates have been the 21st or the 22nd. Okay, most of the 22nd for the last 2 years. Okay, we know the 16th is a holiday. We also know the 22nd is on a Sunday. So I told you guys it could be 19, 20, or also 23rd. A lot of people are saying it's probably going to be the 23rd. But let me tell you guys something. It could be the 23rd, but some of you who get your refunds up to 4 days early, right? It could be the 19th or the 20th. All right. So I want you to do that. Could be the 23rd, but some of you could already get your refunds before that because of how everything is falling this tax season. So the word on the street, we don't know for sure, Only the IRS knows, and when you go to where's my refund. But the last couple of years have been the 21st and the 22nd, mostly the 22nd when the path, when we see the due dates. So again, Sunday is the 22nd this tax season. So it's probably most likely going to be, everybody is guessing, the 23rd. I said 19th, 20, 23rd. But again, you can get your refund before that if you get up to 4 days early. And a lot of you have those prepaid cards that you can get them early. Please know this tax season, if you're new to me and you just subscribed, if you have a regular bank, people are complaining, so where my money at, and I have the ones that are not affected by PATH, and they have a regular bank. Regular bank, I'm talking about Regions, Truist, Wells Fargo, those kind of bank, the regular banks. Those take up to 3 to 5 days, even with the due date. Okay. All right, let me move on. My transcript shows nothing. Okay. You have to wait again till it updates. Okay. I need bigger TV. Okay. Is this Hernando? I was thinking that it may be. I know Hernando every year he be talking about a TV. Okay. A lot of people are saying that they're seeing the 00. So that means you got to wait and check back according to your cycle date. Okay. You're welcome, love. Okay. This Hernando. Okay. Hernando. Have me laughing every tax season, everybody else, and be grabbing those TVs. Okay, again, for those of you who don't know, that people have been getting, the ones that are not affected by PATH, they've been getting their due dates, okay? So if you're not affected by PATH, people have been seeing it. One of the dates, they got them yesterday, and they're getting them today, the 4th. 2, 3, 4. So yeah, they've been dropping it fast. This is good news for us that are affected by PATH. So if you're affected by PATH, guess what? Expect to see these refunds drop just as quickly as some of the others. Some people are getting that they are in review. If you are in review, they're reviewing your tax return, okay? Anybody can be audited, okay? Anybody can be in the review. The IRS selects that, okay? Okay, you just have to wait till it updates. Every year, with them transcripts, wait till it updates. I know a lot of people are saying, some people are saying that theirs are bigger, Ronnie, and then some people are saying that they are smaller. Now, what usually happens, and people may argue, and tax preparers may argue with me, but this is what I noticed. I noticed during the tax season, people rush and file their returns early during preseason, and some of the tax forms have not updated yet. And it'd be like that every tax season. People rush and they file their tax returns. And then some of the information that this administration supposed to have on there is not, because you file early. And then some of the older forms be still on there from last tax season. And what happens is sometimes people have to go and amend them. They had to do it in other years, okay? So people argue with me with that, but I'm going to tell you something. I do taxes as well for my tax clients. Okay, one year, and I'm going to tell you why. One year I had did a tax client. I put him on hold. I had did his refund. He held it for a while. He came back later. I opened up that same account, that same login that he had, y'all, the amount had changed. That's why I'm telling you, sometimes those tax documents people file early, and some of the old information from last tax season, the forms, you got to wait till it completely updates. A lot of people rush, and then they be like, oh, and then they have to amend them to get the money that's due them. But that's how I know. I know because some of the forms don't be on there yet, all of them. Go to irs.gov, Hernando. Three or more. It'll tell you how much the earned income credit for no children, 1, 2, 3, or more. Okay. Some people have more than more. So it's up to the maximum is over to 8,000 with the last one for the earned income credit. And I had that. Okay. Anybody else? I'm going to show some of these comments on the stage for people who watch the replay of the video. You'll be able to look at. I just placed them on the stage so you can see them at the bottom of the screen. Some of you, instead of just looking down into on YouTube. Anybody with any more questions? Now, we're going to be in this thing. Again, some of you, y'all do. Some people run and they file early. And it is possible that sometimes you be like, okay, I thought my refund was supposed to be bigger. This is the Trump administration. Remember, things are changing this tax season. Forms change. And sometimes they don't update completely to in February, with mid-February when people file. That's why some people like to wait to file later. They don't get in a hurry. Some people wait to file after the 15th. I've seen some of my tax clients say, I'm not going to do that when everybody else. I'm going to wait till after the 15th when the PAB lift and then they file. Okay? But there's a lot of people run and file early. Is it possible it could be more before I receive it? Only if the IRS adjusted. Okay, if they adjust it and say, okay, we're gonna adjust it, they can adjust it. They can adjust it lower, and yeah, it possibly could be more. Okay, so it is possible, Ronnie, because again, they can adjust your tax refund to go up higher or to go lower. Okay, if that answers your question. All right, again, if you haven't already subscribed and you're watching, this is a subscriber only live. That's why you can't comment. The last 3 tax season I gave, I open it to everybody to be on here to comment. This tax season, subscribers, those of you who have been with me since the beginning for years, 1 year, 2 year, months, weeks, I'm giving y'all priority to be able to comment and even show you on my live. That's how it's running this tax season, okay? Also, if you're in memberships with me, you're welcome, Ronnie. If you're in my membership, you're going to get more as well because you'll get access to membership-only lives. So when you join membership start at $2.99, you get more access. Like when the refunds start dropping for the PAF. When the PAF lifts, the first person that's going to get the video, the first people before I get my subscribers is going to be membership. So I will drop a membership video first. Then I'm going to drop subscribers later. Okay? That same, I don't know if the same day or the next day. But I always going to get people who support me more. You're going to get more from me. Okay? Those are the people who are going to benefit. All right? Again, if you have any questions, let me know. Some people are already seeing the tax code with theirs being on hold. So if you start seeing like 570, 970, 971, 810, we know that it's going to be hold or freeze. And some people are telling me already that they're in review. They're sending me screenshots saying that they're in review. So if you're in a review, you just got to wait till it comes out of review. They also will send you a letter. If you receive a letter, make sure you do exactly what the letter says. Make sure you send in any information, you guys, before the expiration date. Some people said that they filed a tax return and it must have been a fraud because the information they said was totally off. And so if you're affected with fraud, if somebody has stolen your identity and filed a return, then you can wait a year. It's probably going to take a year because last year was. Yeah, it lifts. Do you think the PAF lifts next week on the 15th? Yeah, the 15th is on, is it on a Sunday? Because the 16th is on a month. That's President's Day, it's the 16th. But the past supposed to live every year regarding the 15th. 15, I think, Crystal, check and see. I don't have my calendar. Let me see, is it on a Sunday? Okay, because President's Day is on that Monday. That's why a lot of people are thinking it's going to be, the refund date is probably going to be on the 23rd. Okay, that they're going to have the due dates on the 23rd. But yeah, it's on a Sunday, right? It's on a Sunday. Okay, so how did that affect? We're going to see. Because either that'll delay it a little bit, which is going to be delayed, you guys, because think about it. You have President's Day right there on that Monday. You have the 15th on that Sunday. You're more likely probably not going to see updates on your transcripts right away for some of you in a different cycle codes, even after President's Day. President's Day, don't even look, okay? So some of you who have the due date of the 16th, you're probably going to get it the 17th, unless it's like 3-4 days. It depends, because some of you had a 2 days early, 4 days early, then you can get it probably next day of your refund, okay? President's Day, don't even look for the IRS to do nothing. I tell people every tax season, what is going on? President's Day, you won't see the IRS. Now, regarding your banks or whoever you got your prepaid card, that could be different. But if you're trying to view your transcripts on the 16th, don't look for no updates on the 16th. Now, after the 16th to 17th, then you can start looking and checking on irs.gov with what is going on. More likely, people are thinking it's the 23rd that the refunds, but I'm thinking it could be the 19th. It could be the 19th. It could be the 20th. It could be the 23rd. But everybody's saying the 23rd, which is most likely when you think about it, you guys, because every year it's been like the 21st or the 22nd. So for them to drop it on the 23rd, even if you have, let's say you have the refund date of the 23rd. Some of you, guess what? Guess when you're going to get your refund, you got up to 4 days early. Because I give the prepaid cards up to 4 days early with me. And some of y'all, I don't know, Chime, Varo, some of them are up to what, 3 to 4 days early. So it could come, you have that due date of 23rd, and then you could get it like what, the 19th or the 20th? You never know with these prepaid cards. But I do know that President's Day is definitely going to delay it. Okay? And everybody be trying to check their transcripts on President's Day. And the IRS, you just wait after President's Day, and then you'll see. Anybody else with any more questions? Don't forget, you guys, I do have the Get Money Planner that's available on Amazon. That has color. This does have color in it, and it does help you during and before and even after tax season, you guys, with information about, you can even have your financial statements, financial budgets. It does have a calendar in here, 2025 and 2026. This is available on Amazon. It does have 12 calendars that you can fill in, take notes. It does have the information about tax season and all you need during tax season. It does have it. So it's not blank. I do leave space for you to take notes for your taxes, put documents in here. I designed this, created this for those of you who are serious about tax planning. So that's why it's the taxpayer planner, because those who are rich know the importance of tax planning. That's how they do well during tax season. Those people who make $1 million, they want to keep $1 million. Okay? If you make $1 million, you want to keep $1 million. That's how they do it. They save on taxes. And that's how you build wealth that way too. But that's another live for those who are interested in building wealth. If you're a tax pro, I also have the Tax Pro Boss as well, planner that gives information for your tax pro clients. And also it has calendar and information as well for you. It's totally different on the inside than the taxpayer planner. Anybody else with questions or comments regarding this tax season? We're thinking everybody is saying it the 23rd, okay? But it could be before. The past lives usually on the 15th. But just like Crystal saying that I have on here, it's on a Sunday. President's Day is on that Monday. So most people are thinking again the 23rd. That's why you're seeing in the group that they're thinking it's the 23rd. But again, even if it is, be clear, even if it is the 23rd, and you see that due date when you go in there on the 17th and say, I got a due date, because people going to start seeing a due date after President's Day is over with, and you start seeing the due dates, then think, if you have a 23rd due date, then it's going to be up to 4 days early. For some of you who have the prepaid cards that are like that, I don't know, do y'all have 2 days, 3 days, 4 days? The cards that I give to my tax clients is up to 4 days early. So you think about it. If you have a due date, that's the 23rd. So if you start seeing it, I got my refund, you know, buy besties, buy what, tax cousins. That's what they usually say in the groups. Okay, we understand it, okay? That's why I was saying don't rule out 19, 20, 23rd, and you start seeing the refunds. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anybody else with any more comments? Okay. If you're just coming on, so I see the numbers going up and down. If you want to find out more about me and you are new, okay? I'm on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on all different platforms. I'm even on Patreon now. I have videos on Patreon. I'm on TikTok, 10K followers on there. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, and all of them too, if you want to follow a link on there. But if you want to see my skills and qualifications, all you got to do is go to LinkedIn. It's the same profile pic and everything on my, so y'all can find me. Okay. I make sure that y'all see the same profile pic you see on YouTube, you should see on the other platforms. Don't be tricked, because some people will give y'all them fake profiles, try to pretend like they me and they are not me. So be careful. Okay. Anybody else with any more? All right. I discuss. Yeah. If you haven't joined, let me go ahead and put that up here. To be entered into the drawing, you have to put in this right here. It has to look just like this. Thinking about giving away 2. I give away 1 every year, $50. But I'm thinking about if I give away 2, one of them be given away before the end of tax season. Okay, I do that to help people. Some people, even after tax season is over with, they still don't have their refund. So if you fall in that, you'll be eligible to be into that drawing. So a $50 gift card with that. And I announced one of them at the end of tax season, April the 15th. And then the other one, I have to keep y'all updated. Could be doing a live to my subscribers only, okay? All right, let me see. Some people, okay. If you haven't already, grabbing my book of How to Get a Bigger Refund Legally. This book, I talk about, share information, how a lot of people miss out on the tax credits every year. Some people miss out on thousands of dollars and they don't know what is going on. The refund is lower, and they really do. Some of you, because I have done taxes for people. And let me tell you, they be missing out on thousands with the college credit. A lot of people don't even know about college credit. They don't get it. Some of the other credits, they don't know about it. And they be thinking, well, I have $3,000. But I be thinking, man, some of you miss out on $6,000, $7,000 and y'all don't have a clue. Some of you with self-employed. Those are the things that you can write off. With businesses, some of the things that you can write off and then get more money. Okay, Kimberly Holmes, you're entered in. You're entered into the drawing. Thank you. Hello. All right. So I'm just letting you guys know. Okay, the book that I'm talking about is found on my website. Let me actually put, okay. Hold on just a minute. This is the website of how to get a bigger refund legally. Is found on. A lot of other stuff, tax information, wealth, coaching, all of that. Courses is found on my website as well. Also stuff regarding the other websites like TikTok, Facebook, how to make money even after tax season. So you guys, I do stuff about taxes, but sometimes after tax season goes away, you want to make money. So for those of you who don't know how to make money on Facebook, who don't know how to monetize on TikTok, I share that in my membership, and I also share that after tax season. Okay. I monetize on different platforms. People are killing it, making money on different platforms. I'm glad that you are getting your refunds, you guys. But don't let that money right there just go away and you don't focus on Facebook money, Instagram money, TikTok money, YouTube money, even building your YouTube channel. Okay. I help regarding that too, because I monetize on those platforms. People are making thousands Facebook. Y'all talking about this money on it, like making, I mean, some of you have refunds 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15,000. Imagine making that in a month. Some people are making what they're doing at refund season in 1 month on Facebook. Some people are making what they do on YouTube in 1 month on YouTube. And my gosh, I know TikTok has changed, and I'm not going to keep talking about these other platforms because I'm on YouTube. But I'm telling you guys, it's a lot of money. So I encourage you guys to don't stop at tax season. Okay? Get the money at, look, let me play the music. I want you to get your money. I want you to get the money. But I also want you to get the money even after tax season. Okay? So that's what I help people with. Not just taxes. Business. If you want to monetize on these different platforms, memberships, my lives. Look, some people leave after tax season. I be like, I don't know why y'all leaving. It's so much more. Because you can make, again, on these platforms, 1 month what you making when you getting your tax refund check. Yes, you have to pay taxes on that too. But you guys, when you're monetizing, you worry about, look, if I make $10,000, I worry about that when tax season come up. That's when, again, I help with tax planning. See, if you make a lot of money, for those of you who come to me, let me move this off here. I have people come to me telling me they make a lot of money and they can't get a refund because you're not doing this. This is what the rich know. Tax planning, keeping up with receipts, keeping up with stuff, knowing the credits. If you know the credits during tax season, after tax season, what am I focused on? Okay, I need to grab this credit. I need to be doing this. That's what they do for 12 months. The rich do. And that's why they keep their money. When they make $1 million on social media, they keep $1 million. Some of you, I made $60,000, $70,000 and I don't get a refund. What? I'm not going to call my client's name, but I had clients. If you know how to tax plan, you pay zero. But you got to keep up with stuff and know the credits. And this is legal, not no fake stuff. Not no fake stuff that people be trying to do. I'm talking about legally. That's why you need to have a tax preparer that knows the tax code, that can help you, or accountant or a lawyer that knows the tax code. So when you make all that big money that y'all talking about, I make millions. They be telling me they make millions. Donald Trump and all of them. I tell you, the reason they do it, they pay. They want to keep their money. That's how you build wealth. Let me look. Comments. Okay, I see you, Crystal. That's how they keep their money, y'all. Tax planning is the key. But during tax season, you know, a lot of you, and I'm not throwing no shade, a lot of you focus on getting that refund, and that's all you get. But, you know, rich people, wealthy people, or people who try to get money, they go beyond that. Okay? They focus on things to get a lot of money, and they focus on keeping that money. Okay? I'm telling you guys, if you haven't started monetizing, if you haven't started getting on these social media platforms after tax season, I recommend you do it. Put yourself out there. Start making money work for you. Investing, and also investing. Also, I teach to invest in the stock market. Y'all, investing in the stock market, I'm telling you, really changed my life. I was not thinking about investing in the stock market. Look, I'm talking about tax refund updates. I'm going to be clear about that. Let me put this back up here. So if you have any questions about tax season, I want you to drop them down in the chat and I'll answer them. But I'm talking about investing. Invest for yourself, invest for your children, invest for your family. That changed my life. I still got money, you guys. When I started investing, I still got money that during COVID. You know, a lot of people got the COVID money and then the stimulus, and it's gone now. When I invested in the stock market, how many know that I still have money that I invested? When I got my stimulus, I invested into the stock market. And I told my husband, I was like, wow, I didn't understand it back then. And I was like, I started investing and taking it seriously and taking classes and understanding, because you got to understand the stock market. And I said, a lot of people still don't have their stimulus money. Guess what? When you invest in that stock market from COVID, my money is still in there from them stimulus checks. And then guess what they did? Multiplied. Now doing this, Trump administration, people try to say, tell you this. People try to say that during this time that Trump administration, that the stock market been the lowest. Look, If you have 401ks, those of us who with 401ks, those of us who invest in the stock market, even if you're not the biggest fan of Trump, you guys, and I'm not getting political, I don't want to get political. No political. This is about tax refund. But let me tell you something. Refunds, they said, are bigger, and you should be seeing them if you know the tax code correctly and you got the right person working with you. You should see more 401ks, stock market, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. I can tell y'all this because I'm a witness to it. I know. All right, let's see, Brenda, 2015. What if I file my taxes on January the 26th? When should I expect to receive my taxes? Up to 21 days. It always, Brenda, is up to 21 days. If you're affected by PATH, you know, they got to hold it, and you'll see the PATH Act, you know, with that too. Up to 21 days. If you filed at the beginning or the start of tax season, up to 21 days. Some people are seeing it early because they filed in the test batch. So if you're watching me and saying people are lying, they don't have the due dates, you're wrong. Because if they're not affected by PATH, they're seeing the due dates. The people that are not affected by PATH, that filed early, January the 2nd for preseason, most times be self-employed, or the people who get their W-2s very early and have all their documents. Those are the people who are seeing due dates right now. Okay? Brenda, they said up to 21 days. But guess what? You can actually, sometimes you file later and you'll find your rent with the other people. I have clients like that. They file, like some people file January the 2nd and they're affected by PATH. And then my client will come January the 26th and file, and their refund be in there just like theirs. Okay? So I'm telling you, Brenda, up to 21 days, but it could be when everybody else fall, it could fall right in there. I done seen some things because I do tax returns. Okay, I know. Anybody else with any more questions? My subscribers, because this is a subscriber only live. If you're watching from a distance, the people who have access and get to their questions answered are those who are connected to me, and this is a subscriber only live. I'm going to be doing it weekly. Sometimes y'all will see members. Sometimes y'all see member only lives, and that's for those people who paid, you know, for other information. Then you have access to videos like that I talk about how to start a business online, how to invest, all of that, because I do have videos already on my YouTube channel that when you get membership, you get access to how to invest, how to start a business, how to do that. That's on my channel too, but you can only unlock it if you're a member, and membership members also have access to member-only lives, okay? And sometimes they get, most of the time they're going to get first priority, okay? Anybody else? Okay, I've been on here 40 minutes. Listen, let me answer something else. People said that their due date was due February. Today is the 4th, right? They're dropping refunds for those not affected by PAD. Where's my refund? Listen, if you got a prepaid card, it could be throughout the day. Just continue to check back. So if you have a prepaid card, if you have a due date of today and you're disappointed because you don't see it in your bank account, if you have a prepaid, just check throughout the day. Now, if you have a regular bank, Regions, Wells Fargo, Truist, Bank of America, you know, all them different banks, regular banks, physical location banks, it takes up to 3 to 5 days. Now, Regions sometimes do, now they don't start doing them 2 days early, because I know Regions, they do 2 days early too. But some of them 3 to 5 business days with your refund. So don't get discouraged if you have a due date of the day and you're not seeing your refund in your account. If you have a prepaid card, continue to check to the end of the day. If you have a bank, contact your bank and they'll tell you you have to wait so many days or when it shall be in your account. And that'll help you guys, okay? Because I've been seeing that in the groups too. All right, we're going to be looking and checking when the refunds of the path, when it lifts. Again, it usually lifts on the 15th, but be aware, 15 is on a Sunday. Then President's Day is on a Monday. So we're going to pay attention this tax season, how everything falls. And you look in when the path lift has been the 22nd. Last year, people got their refunds on the 19th. And let me tell you why. Again, if you have cards up to 2 days and 4 days early, that explains why you get your refund on the 19th and all of that. So again, we're going to wait and see. And I'm going to definitely be dropping that. And for those of you who don't know, yes, the government shutdown is over. So don't be worried, okay? A lot of people saying, oh my goodness, you guys don't worry, it's over with. Okay. Anybody else with any more questions, or let me know in the chat where you're watching from. Also, if you want to enter in the drawing, I have to go back and I check everybody to make sure you're adding in so that you can get into, and both of them going to be for 2 drawings. By the way, when you put that Dr. Leonard Likely, hashtag Dr. Leonard Likely in there, it's going to be for 2 drawings, okay? Because I'm giving away 2. One at the end of tax season. The other one, I'm announcing it before the end of tax season. It could be on a subscriber only live. Again, if you're not subscribed, you want to make sure you are to take advantage of that opportunity. If you haven't grabbed the copies of the book that you see on the screen, both of these are on Amazon along with other books. I do have books on there as well that talks about investing and building wealth. Also for tax pros, how to start a tax business. All of that is on Amazon. Also, if you can't find me, all you got to do is say Leonard Likely's books. Put in Leonard Likely's books on Google, and you'll see the list of my books. And also on Amazon, if you go to one of my books, I am an Amazon author, you will be able to see a list of my books and also my podcast, because I do have a podcast as well. All right. Hello, Demetrius. What's going on, Dr. Linda? Watching from New Orleans. Welcome, Demetrius. Thank you for watching. Okay. Everybody, look, before I go out, look, this is what we want. I think everybody wants this. That's what we want. Everybody want money. We want the money, and we hoping that everybody's end up getting the max of what you're supposed to get. Because a lot of people say, I thought my refund's supposed to be bigger. Okay. If you went to a tax professional that knows the tax code, if you went to a lawyer, if you went to an accountant, if you went to somebody that knows that tax code, some of you will be getting. Now, some of you are. Some of people I've been seeing big. I see somebody with 15,000 in the group, 17,000 in the groups. Yes, it's some people getting those big ones. So if you know, you got to know that tax code, you guys. You got to be with somebody that understands it and be mindful of the tax preparer that you get. Because I've been seeing too many horror stories that one person said that their tax preparer took out $1,500. You guys, I would never. For a simple return. $1,500 for a simple tax return. Oh my God. Some of you need to be mindful. And I told you, it was a simple tax return. It wasn't no business. Now, when you're self-employed or you have a business, expect your tax, fees going to be more. Okay. But if you have a simple return and you telling me, especially if you don't, unless you have a bunch of, you got to have a lot of W-2 for that. I ain't even going to get into that. But some people be getting charged $1,500. $1,000. Y'all be mindful who you select. Okay? People ask me what I go by. I go by whether or not you're a business, and that's definitely it. Self-employed or business, you're going to pay more. Simple returns are less with me. Okay? But also go by how many documents. Okay? How many tax forms did I have to complete? That's what tax preparers are supposed to go by with their tax professional software. Okay? The tax documents. Anybody else with any more questions? Or if you want to comment that you learned something else, because somebody said that their sister had earned income credit and not affected. Well, they were affected by PATH. That's what they told me. And they got their refund. And I'm not going to fuss at nobody for saying that. But if you have, you just let us know. Keep us updated. But I will say again that refunds are dropping fast this year. And if you're new, I have to keep telling you this. I know a lot of you guys already know. But some people be new on my channel, so I have to, sometimes repeat stuff. If you are affected by student loan debt and you're in default or you're being garnished, that has been ceased until July. So if you haven't filed yet and you scared because you have student loan debt and you owe and you think that they're going to take it or you're being garnished, make sure you file before July so you can get your refund, because they have paused that to July of 2026. Okay? So a lot of people still don't know this stuff, you guys. You'll be surprised. So I have to be repetitive. Okay? If you haven't already filed, because some people been on my live saying, Ms. Likely, how do I file with you? If you want to learn more, this is where my live portal is right here. I have it on the screen. And if you just want to do it by email, contact me for more information. There it is, info@bygracetax.com. Okay. and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. Please only email me regarding if you're doing tax services. If you're talking about YouTube, you got to comment about YouTube on here, because I have people asking me about YouTube questions and they're in my inbox and I'm like, you're not my client, okay? You have to make sure if you have any questions, comment, you can comment on this live. Anybody else with any more questions? And I'm getting ready to go off. I've been on like about an hour. Listen, I will be back on here again Friday. I will be back on here again, giving y'all an update. It's going to be subscriber only. So if you're a subscriber, you're in good shape. If you want to interact with other people, not just on the comments, so you can comment on the video when it goes off, but also in my community, you can go on YouTube to my profile, hit community, and you can actually post. Usually y'all see my posts, but you can go on YouTube and now you can post if you're a subscriber that's been on this channel for a week. Some of you said you've been on it a year. Well, you've been on a year, you can still go on there and post, and then you can ask them questions like, did y'all heard this? Have anybody? And then not only I will see it, but other people will see it on YouTube as well, okay, that are a part of this. I have what, over 3,000 people? We getting close to 4 subscribers, 4,000 subscribers. Okay, let me go on. I went over that as of date. I went over that, Ralphie, about the as of date. As of the date. That is not the 846 code. That's hopefully they will finish processing before that date. Hopefully they will finish processing, and then it'll have the date beside it, Ralphie Smith. Your return hopefully will finish processing by that date. Okay? If it doesn't, then you're going to have to check your transcript, and sometimes they'll add another date, depending on your cycle code. Okay? Everybody have different cycles that the transcript updates. Okay, let's see. What does this mean? Your tax return is still being processed. A refund date will be provided no further. That means it's still in processing. It's still in processing. Okay, it's still in processing. All right, you entered in the join. Tampa, Florida is in the building. Okay, Ralphie, I see you. Hopefully that answers your question. Anytime you see as of date, that means your refund the IRS puts this on there to say your refund should finish processing by this date. If it doesn't, let's just say it on your transcript, it says as of date, and it has the 2nd and the 5th. Okay, of 2026. I'm just giving an example. It should finish processing. The IRS should finish processing your tax return by February the 5th, 2026. If it doesn't finish processing, it'll put another date the next time your transcript update. But if it does, if you're not affected by PATH, Ralphie, then it usually puts you a due date up there later. It changes it. Okay. All right. Let's see. What is that mean that you're going to have to check back on your transcript when you see all them zeros? Bean House 803. You don't have anything on your tax return. A lot of people say they don't have it. On your transcript. That means, okay, you're going to have to check back to the updates. Let's see. I filed January the 3rd. And accepted January the 15th. I'm 05 and transcript is blank. That's right. Sometimes you're going to have to verify identity. Let me go ahead and tell you guys, if you find that it doesn't update, okay, usually you have to write, usually the IRS shoots you a letter and tell you you have to verify identity, okay? Usually shoot you a letter and say you're going to have to verify. But if you find that your transcript stay blank a long time, the possibility that you're going to have to verify identity. Okay, so wait and see if your transcript updates. This is early, you guys. Tax season need to be, the 26th is open. Wait to see if those zeros go away on your transcript. 05 check back Friday to see if your transcript updates. If it stays 0 or blank, the chances what you need to think about, you're probably going to have to verify identity. Okay? So I'm telling y'all ahead of time this tax season. Usually I wait. I don't tell nobody that because they start trying to verify early. But if it stays and don't update in your cycle, then the chances of you having to verify identity, that's what you're going to probably have to do. And it happens every tax season. People talking about mine is blank. It's been blank for months. Okay, if it stay blank for months, you're going to have to verify identity. Yes. I should update this Friday because last Friday it just gave everyone a blank. I was so mad. Don't be mad. Okay. Now hopefully you will update. Okay, we still early on. It's okay. You 05. A lot of people like that 05. I know you want to update early. I know you want the transcript to update early. Let's see. Would we go back to who we filed with, such as H&R? What you mean? Bean House? What you mean, Bean House? Give me a little bit more details. Well, go back to H&R Block for what? We go back to H&R Block for what? Let me know what you're talking about. And then I'm getting ready to hit my 1 hour mark, you guys, and then I'm gonna end and I'll be back Friday. Tax layer got this year. Okay. No. Verifying identity, you can go to irs.gov to verify identity. I also have videos about verifying identity on my YouTube channel. It should be in one of my playlists, and I'm gonna have to do it again this tax season too for those who don't know how to verify identity. Okay? It's on irs.gov. Go to irs.gov on your phone, which is the IRS official website, and make sure it's official. Go on there to your search bar. You should see search, and if you don't see a button that says verify identity, you should put it in your search and put verify identity up in search, and then it'll take you to how to verify identity. Okay. Verify identity. Last year, most of the people verified online. The year before last, you guys, people had to verify in person. So that's why I said sometimes you need to wait because the IRS will send you a letter saying you can verify online, or else sometimes you have to verify at a site, an IRS site, in person. Okay, Danielle. Okay. Just wait to see what cycle that you're in, what cycle of your transcript. Wait to see if it updates. If it stays blank or zeros, I told you guys, the chances are, I'm telling y'all ahead of time, or you might have to verify identity later on if it stay like that. But I'm giving you time because the IRS just opened up. It hadn't been too long, so you have to wait to them to update everything with your transcript. So don't be in such a rush. But if it stays there, like some people did last year, people stayed, they stayed like 2 months. If you see you staying in there with zeros and no transcript, the chances of you verify identity is high. Or in person, because you might have to verify in person too. So much fraud going on. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Just go to irs.gov on your phone. You should see verified identity. It tells you all the information about verifying identity. Okay. Sometimes H&R Block also being housed. If you went with H&R Block, sometimes you can go to the H&R Block website, you know, their little site, and it'll tell you, also give you information about the IRS, about verifying identity. Okay. So it explains it on their website too. They have little blog posts that they put on there to update the people who book with them. And it could be, and also if you're on Jackson Hewitt too. If you don't know about verified identity, go to H&R Block or Jackson Hewitt. If you also go with them, and they usually have little blog posts telling you about this. Okay, but it's on irs.gov. Anybody else with any questions? It has officially been 1 hour. I thank you guys. I'm going to be continuing this, and it's going to be subscriber only. I'm continuing on Friday, and we're going to see that the 05s, we're going to see the 05s update. Okay? Also, let me pause the music. Also, Saturday. Check where's my refund on Saturday. That's when it updates. If it doesn't update, let me go ahead and tell you guys. I'm going to tell you this too. If where's my refund doesn't update on Saturday for some of you, sometimes, just like last year, the year before last, people still get money in their bank accounts before the WMR updates. It happens every tax season. They be like, wow. The WMR sometimes, or where's my refund, if y'all don't know what WMR is, doesn't update, and you still get your refund and you be in shock. People, it happens every year to people. Okay? Sometimes people transcripts. That's not as much as the WMR, you know. But sometimes the transcript doesn't update and people get their refund too. So I always tell you guys, no matter what, always check your bank accounts too, because it can drop in there too. All right. Now I'm going to continue. I'll check back with y'all on Friday. We're going to see how everybody is falling. We're going to keep into this thing. Friday, I'm going to also talk about amended returns and people asking me about state. Okay, I'll continue with the states. All right, and get more detail with that as well. All right. Let me one more question I see up here before I go off. If you have if you have the credits, additional child tax credit, earned income credit, that is affected by PATH, that it holds it up every year being house. Okay? If you're affected by PATH, it holds it up. That's the law every tax season. It don't live until the 15th, after the 15th. Okay, Brenda, I see you. You're entered in. All right, you guys, again, Friday, we're talking, continue with this. I'm going to talk about amended refunds, and also people are telling me about 2025, the last year, 2024. Some people have still not received that 2024. I'll give an update on that too, and we'll talk more about this. You are welcome. You're very welcome. Y'all have a great day and be blessed, and I'll be back on Friday. I will also put a video up to let y'all know what time I'm going live on Friday. All right.